Good morning. Welcome to Daily Devotions with Pastor Joe. I'm Pastor Joe, and I'd like to read this morning out of Psalm 130. Out of the depths have I cried unto thee, O Lord. Lord, hear my voice. Let thine ears be attentive to the voice of my supplications. If thou, Lord, shouldst mark iniquities, O Lord, who shall stand? But there is forgiveness with thee, that thou mayest be feared. I wait for the Lord, my soul doth wait, and in his word do I hope. My soul waiteth for the Lord more than they that watch for the morning. I say more than they that watch for the morning. Let Israel hope in the Lord, for with the Lord there is mercy, and with him is plenteous redemption. And he shall redeem Israel from all his iniquities. I really was encouraged by this morning. I've been dealing with a friend who's been pretty low and having a lot of struggles lately, and I've been trying to talk with them about straightening their life out, about coming back to God. They've been a Christian in the past, and now they've let up quite a bit. I've talked to them about trusting in God's Word, and this came at just about the right time for me to be able to share a little bit with them. Out of the depths, no matter how deep you've gone, no matter how rough of a situation you're in, no matter how low you feel spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally, you can cry to the Lord, and you can trust that he's going to hear your voice. Be attentive to every one of your supplications, every one of the requests you bring to him, your petitions you bring before him. He will hear and be attentive. If thou, Lord, shouldst mark iniquities, who shall stand? Oh, that's a big question, because if God really marks iniquities against every person, which he does, if you're a sinner, then he will hold you accountable for that sin until you decide to become a Christian, to give up your sin, and to let God take you into his family. If God holds those iniquities against you, who could stand? And nobody could. There's none of us, not one, who could say that we've lived free from sin in this life. But there is forgiveness with him, that he might be respected, reverenced, feared, that he might have the respect and love of us. He will come and he will forgive, and he will give forgiveness for those sins, and he will help to lift you up when you have put yourself so low. I wait for the Lord, my soul doth wait, in his word do I hope. And is your hope in the Lord this morning? Is your hope in his word? Do you find hope in his word? If you felt hopeless, you can come to his word and find reason for hope. You can find reason for hope when you feel hopeless in God's word. My soul waits for the Lord more than they that watch for the morning. I say more than they that watch for the morning, more earnestly, more deeply, with more love and desire to see him than those who sit and watch for the sunrise. It takes some serious devotion and love for the sunrise and for the early morning, to get out early in the morning and watch for the morning to come, doesn't it? But there's even more love and devotion here in the psalmist's heart for God than there is for the morning time. Let Israel hope in the Lord. And I know this is talking to Israel, the nation specifically, but it's also echoing down to us today with the same truths. It says, let Israel, or let us, hope in the Lord. For with the Lord there is mercy, and with him is plenteous redemption. There's plenty of it. There's more than is needed. Far more than is needed. Overflowingly more than is needed. He shall redeem Israel from all his iniquities. He'll redeem you from your iniquities. He'll lift you out of the grave. He'll help you to come out of the depths of despondency and despair and sin, and he will forgive, and he will have mercy, and he will make you new again. So if you're having a little trouble today with just having depression or a lowness in your life, or a feeling of just lowness, I know it's, if you are feeling it, you'll understand. But if you're in that position, come to the Lord, put your hope in his word, trust in him with your soul. If you're not in that position, maybe you're somebody who's gotten a hold of this who's not saved, then take the time to put your trust in the Lord. He will give you forgiveness. He will cleanse you from all unrighteousness. He will make you new. Just trust in the Lord today. I encourage you to take the time to make sure that you're checked up with God and that you're on the winning side this morning, that He has taken away your iniquities, that He has healed you, redeemed you from your iniquities, and that you are trusting in His mercy, His righteousness, His redemption, that you have your hope in His Word, and it is Him that your soul is waiting for and waiting on this morning. God bless and have an excellent day in the Lord. Thanks again for joining me for another Daily Devotions with Pastor Joe. See you tomorrow.